is what happened out there on those rocks and a quick update on my truck. Right at the end, if you noticed, this tire right here fell into a hole, and so did that one. But I'd been running my truck for a while up steep rocks, and yes, that whole ditch area I was in is the storm ditch, not just the little concrete and the rocks. It's all that all the way up. But those got caught in this motor right here. Turn the right way. This motor right here. I looked it up online trying to figure out what the turn was. Couldn't find anything else about the turn, but found out that this thing gets really hot from the vehicle that somebody else put it in. But they also said this was a faster motor. In this truck, not the case. This was a much slower motor, a little bit torquier, but way slower. But in the description he said this motor gets really hot, but he liked it once he found a way to cool it down. I wasn't going to figure that out, so I was just driving it. It finally got really hot on those rocks when I got those tires stuck up in there, really started working this motor, and it overheated and took out just about every single brush that was in this thing, so this guy's overheated and done. Not a recommendation for putting into a barrage. And as you can see, the stock motor is back in my truck. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. I took it out, ran it for about 30-45 minutes on the 3000 milliwatt battery, which still has juice. We can go back out there and do a little more driving. Didn't take any video of it, only because you've seen the backyard and the rocks, you've seen it go over it. Might make a little bit more video just to show off what I did with these tires here. And those are the old 1.9 rims that were on these tires, and these are the 108 millimeter tires, so these are the big tires that were on these tires. I glued them on after I noticed wheel spin. They worked a lot better, but then I got the Proline rims. Really was looking for an opportunity or a reason to put these on, and somebody left a suggestion. I don't remember exactly who, but I will be thanking him, thumbs upping, and replying back to him about it did work. And what worked was he suggested taking the foam out of these tires. And he said I'd probably get a lot better traction that way, and as you can see, it's not much foam that went in these tires, so I didn't think it was going to be that big of a difference, but it actually made quite a big difference, especially putting them on the heavier Proline rims versus the rims that these tires came on, which was not glued. I had to glue those on like I said. And how I got it off, I used the bake method. I live in Colorado, so we're at high altitude. I went with 325 for 25 minutes. Worked like a charm on the first 3 tires, and halfway through the 4th one, it lost a temperature of 280 degrees, so the glue hardened back up and I had to put the last one back in. So if you are going to do that method, be quick about taking the tires off of the rims. Don't dilly-dally, it cools off fairly quickly. And that's about it for now, except for this motor right here, which ate rocks and burnt out. And I also think I have another reason why it burnt out a little bit quicker than it should have. But I got another one of these placed on an order and a hold, so hopefully it comes in quickly, and I'll be off this one and back on a little bit more faster, more powerful motor than what this came with. At least I do believe this one was. The other reason why I think I burnt through this one quick, and no, I melted this one pretty bad, is 3000 milliwatt battery. I didn't stop to think about it, but it is just over the equivalence of putting 3 of these in the truck back to back to back. So where I should have been driving it for a little bit, or driving it for a while and then letting it cool off, or at least not driving as hard as I have been, I usually try to go out there and I'm usually going half this battery, if not longer, before having to do something else and stop driving my truck. So I am now trying to save the motor by not overheating it, by not using either the full power of the truck while I'm driving it around on the 3000 milliwatt battery, or just cutting drive times way short and just getting more drives out of one charge. Thank you, and I hope this helped you guys out there with what happened to me in the rocks. Thank you for watching.